Morning, TikTok. I'm one hot mess, so filter day it is. Caffeine. Okay, so I have been hopping since the end of July. July 26th and 27th was Texas AuthorCon in Book Festival in Dallas, where I got to meet a whole bunch of fabulous people and authors, and it was so much fun. And so I have got a book haul for my blind date with a book giveaways that I do on the Face page. Sometimes I do them on TikTok, but I am still learning this TikTok stuff. Hi C Smith, how are you? Erica, hi, how are you? So this morning I am getting myself settled after all that long haul. I have some chronic health issues, so when I do a big trip or event, it takes me a few days to recover. So not only did I have the book signing event in Dallas where I had to travel. Hi Lily. My son, I'm ordained, so I can perform marriages and other services, but my son and his fiance decided they wanted to make things legal, so I had 3 days to put together this little mini wedding, and I had the honor to marry my son and my new daughter-in-law, Evelyn. So it just went from book signing to marriage and then the travel back home. So today I'm kind of I have another book signing in Houston that I got to travel to in like 3 weeks. So I got to prepare for that. In the meantime, I'm going to make my blind dates with the book giveaway, wrap them up. I have enough to where I can maybe start doing that weekly. What I like to do is to pay it forward for authors that I admire, that I like, that I think are good people and good writers, and so I will purchase their book, and most of the time I get it signed and I wrap it up as a blind date with a book, and then I have a post on my Face page where you can sign the pinned post, and that adds you to the reel. You can sign for other people. You just have to be 18 years or older and live in the U.S. for shipping. It doesn't cost you anything, just a little bit of your time to read the book, and if you can add, like, follow, and leave a review for these authors that you receive these blind dates with. That's all I ask when I do those, because my goal is to get readers to like these new authors, and the authors to have new readers, and it just kind of is a fun way to do that, I think. I'm not a person of a lot of means, but this is my little pay it forward in the bookish community. So I'm going to start with some young adult books that I had gotten for my granddaughter. She loves to read, and I love that she loves to read. So I had the honor to moderate a romance panel during the Texas AuthorCon, and I met, we had an array of romance authors. We had contemporary, young adult, all the way up to the spice fantasies, and this author I absolutely got to know. I'm calling her a friend now. This is a young adult book. I don't know if there's a way that I can flip it so you guys can see it. It's called The Accidental Boyfriend. It's by Lori Freeland. This one was signed for my granddaughter, but I did buy a copy to add to my giveaway pile. So I'm going to wrap this up as a blind date with a book from my granddaughter, and for Christmas, all the books I get her, I'm going to, give her like a blind date for her to read one after another, and it'll be a surprise for her. So I got that one for her. Here's another author that is amazing. She is an advocate for Hispanic representation. Her name is Rose Garcia. She wrote Fay Away. This one has it's a fantasy. It's got fey creatures and magic, and a princess, high-ranking fairy girl, finds a portal and gets taken to the human world, and she finds a gentleman in the human world that has some kind of magic abilities himself and some psychic abilities, and the whole journey is to discover why he's important to the Fae and where his roots come from. A lot of Hispanic representation, which is amazing. So Rose Garcia, Faeaway Fantasy, if you guys are interested. I bought this one for my granddaughter, and I have another one for my Shmibwe, but if you guys want, you can just go find these. This is some of the things. Look at the map. I love it when they got maps. Here's her Faeaway Bloodline series is what it's called. And then she also has a Final Life series, Rose Garcia. So that's going to get wrapped up for my granddaughter, who's also Hispanic and Native, so she's going to love this book. And then this is another young adult contemporary romance. Hi Jeanette, how are you? I'm going through my book haul. This is a contemporary romance. It is And Maybe They Fall in Love by Emma Hill. This author teaches 6th grade. She is an amazing person, and she wrote this book. It's contemporary, it's modern, but it also has an element of psychic ability, so a little bit of magic. And the characters in these books have a mental health issue that is highlighted that they live with. I think this one has an OCD issue and she's kind of germophobic, and so and then the next one is food. So it resonates with young girls, and I really love that she highlights that and kind of talks about how to navigate those things in a healthy way while going on a magic adventure in modern times. So, And Maybe They Fall in Love. Those I bought for my own granddaughter. I'm going to wrap them up as blind dates with a book. And Rose Garcia also came with a big bag that she's given her. So these are like part of her Christmas gifts. I already gave her one set of young adult books, and I couldn't help myself. I couldn't wait. So she's so excited about that one, and I'll show you that one here in a little bit. So these are for my granddaughter. I'm going to wrap them up. They're going to look something similar to, like, this is a blind date with a book I already have wrapped up of an author, and that I'm going to do on a Magic Monday giveaway. So I'm going to wrap them up for my granddaughter. I'm going to wrap all the other blind date books up. I spent double the money. Like, I bought for myself because I like my own collection, and then I bought for the giveaway, Smivaways. So these are some that, oh, no, my book! Anyways, these are some that were signed for me, and I'm going to keep those safe. I'm happy with these ones. Alright, I've got bookish mail, so I thought maybe I'll open up some book mail before I get into the haul that I have. I love advocating for causes that matter to me, and I love it when other people advocate for causes that matter to them. Miss Jeanette, she advocates for food allergies because her daughter suffers food allergies, and she makes sure the school and stuff keeps things safe. So it's things like that. My son is on the autism spectrum. My grandson is mentally disabled. He's also on the autism spectrum and a whole bunch of other health issues. So special needs for me. Animals. I have an affinity for nurses and doctors and teachers because they have helped me throughout my journey with my special needs children. and grandchildren, and the military, because my whole life has been surrounded by the military, my father and all that. So those are some of the things that are close and matter to my heart. But I'm always willing to try and do my part to pitch in if there's something that is important that comes across my I guess in my arena, and I'm aware of it and I can do something, I will try. So this came across my page by an author who, her name is Kennedy Sutton, and she writes some spicy pirate romance, MM romance, and I just love her. She has such a kind heart, and she's not judgmental, and we got to talking, and she was telling me about some of the things that she's gone through with her daughter, and it brought back a lot of memories of when my son had some heart issues and he needed surgery, and so we connected on that level. Well, I saw that she was asking authors to unite and donate their books to a cause to raise money to this little girl who has brain cancer, a really rare, aggressive one, and she had to, they were putting her in comfort care, so the family needed some help because it's a lot. And so of course I wanted to donate my books, and it just warmed my heart that so many authors donated their books. And then it was like a 3-prize thing. Whoever donated to the GoFundMe, every dollar they donated got a entry into the raffle. And she divided the books up 3 ways so that it would be a big book haul for 3 winners. And not only did I donate my books, I also donated money. So I got in there and I actually won, which is amazing. So I want to highlight, these are some of the books that came in. I want to highlight all the wonderful authors that donated their books to help this little girl with brain cancer. I think it's amazing because we all, I mean, I can do like a little thing, a little kindness every day is kind of my goal. The blind date with a book is a little kindness that I do on a weekly basis or a monthly basis. But every day, if I have the opportunity, I do a kindness. And I think that the world would be a better place if we all did that. But when a bunch of us come together and make a big difference for somebody like that, that's bigger than ourselves. That is something good. That is something almost divine. And so all these authors have that spirit in them because they came through, and I got 1/3 of the winnings. So I have been getting books trickled in, and since I was gone, I got these books in the mail that I'm going to open up with you, and I'll show you the ones that I have received so far. So I don't even know what these are yet, but I'm so excited. This is more than just receiving a book. It's like receiving somebody's heart and really making a difference for that family. That family was so grateful. They don't have to pay for the funeral cost that's going to occur soon, unfortunately. Life can be so hard and tragic, and it's just nice when somebody can reaffirm that humanity is not lost. This comes from a little something. Let me see who this is. This is From the Ashes by P.J. Spark. Oh, and I like, it's like a firefighter hat on here. Look at how cool that is. And it came with this really cool wood bookmark. I love that. Thank you, PJ Spark. I'm gonna feature these more as I go too, because I really want to highlight these authors. I think they're amazing. That's a really nice cover too. And look, it's a good read. I mean, it's pretty thick. That's awesome. So we got PJ Spark. I got a lot of book wrapping to do too. We got a book haul. Oh, this one's wrapped up so nice. I love gifting, so when I wrap things, it is fun for me. Look at this, it's got a little puppy. Time to curl up and read. It says thank you for your generosity to M's family. I hope you enjoy the book to your library. How sweet. It's got the little thing there. Again, these authors donated these books to help raise money for this little girl suffering from this really aggressive brain cancer. I got all this swag here. I love book swag. Ooh. Stickers. One more chapter. Oh, we love stickers. This is The Baker Street Legacy by Gail R. Delaney. Not just stories, journeys with friends. Oh, I love that. Let's see what this is. Aww. Something Better. Gail R. Delaney. That's a really good book, too. I'm so excited. Let's see here. She wrapped it all pretty. Signed it. So those two came from very generous, good-hearted authors who wanted to help that little girl. Gail R. Delaney and PJ Sparks. So if you feel up to it and you have some time, go add them to your TBR and like and follow them on Amazon and Goodreads and all the places. So TikTok, if they're here, I'm going to try and look them up myself. Let me get, oh, I got more mail. I'm so confuzzled because I'm still trying to get my feet on the ground after all this traveling. Okay, here's some more from these authors, guys. Woo, what do we got here? Okay. I love this author too. I have given her book away before on the blind date with the book giveaways. Author Maggie Brown of Fae and Betrayal. And the covers are the Gate Maker series. Look at how pretty this is. So, I mean, I'm really appreciative to Kennedy Sutton. She organized this whole thing. She has such a huge heart. And she got all these authors she just asked and they just came. So, Maggie Brown is another author of Fae and Betrayal, the Gate Maker series. Beautiful cover. I love the greens in that cover. Let's see here. Here's another one. Ooh, the purple. Purple's my favorite color. Woo, ooh, no, dropped it. Hold on. Thanks for donating to M. Aw. Of course. I was a young mama. I was 19 and I had just moved to El Paso, Texas. I didn't have any family, any friends, nothing. And I just had my son, and the first pediatric visit I had after he was born and I moved to El Paso, the doctor took me aside. I was like, I think he has asthma. And he tells me, no, honey. He took him and x-rayed him. Thank God they had an x-ray in the office. And they showed his little baby body, and his heart like filled up the whole capacity of his body. And he told me, your son has a heart issue. And I just broke down sobbing. It was so heartbreaking. I had to go straight to the hospital. And it was strangers. It was doctors and nurses and volunteers that, tried to comfort me. And scared teen mom. So anytime I come across parents, it just brings me right back to when. So I am so happy for these. This one is On the Dotted Line, Lauren Brown, another author that donated to this little girl's family. Oh, her name is Emerson, and we call her M, and her family is she was 3-4 years old, somewhere around there. Suddenly Falling by Lauren Brown. So if you guys would give some of these authors a like and follow and add to your TBR, you know you're supporting a kind-hearted author. Here's another. So this is emotional for me because I really feel for that family, and I wasn't expecting anything when I donated, and this is just sweet, and so I really want to advocate for these authors. And I will be purchasing books from them to add to my Blind Date with a Book giveaway, just so that I can help them as well too. Aw, this one says Accepting Fate, the coloring book. Oh, love trees. If I lived in the perfect world, oh, it's even signed. If I lived in a perfect world, I would be in a cabin in the woods with, ooh, motorcycles. Look how cool this is. With the ability to have a writer's retreat, and I would have a wedding venue, like a bed and breakfast out there in the middle of the trees and the forest. Oh, I got comes with all the goodies. I got all the cards, and thank you so much for your generous donation to Em and her family. Aww. This must be a MMC motorcycle book. Oh, the bear and a shifter maybe? Your mental health matters, so it probably has triggers. The angel. Oh, I love that. I love that. And some stickers. Woo! Fun, fun, fun. So, Accepting Fate, J. Lane, Laine, Accepting Fate. This is going to be a good read too. So, amazing authors. Thank you. Book all days. Books! This is so cool. Create your own light. Heck yeah. Like that. Okay, so I think that was all the books mail that I got from the authors from the book haul today. I still have another pile over there that I've gotten before I left for my book signing event. So now I want to get to the book signing. This is an author from the Texas AuthorCon and Book Festival. She was also a featured author on my romance panel. Shay Kuhn Archer. This is a dark book, so thank you for reading. Now Go Be Naughty is her signature. I have my copy. I have read this book because I was preparing for the moderation, and one of my favorite movies is the Long Kiss Goodnight with I don't know, it's years ago, maybe I'm showing my age here, but it's basically a female assassin, a really badass female assassin, who gets amnesia, and she wakes up thinking she's a school teacher, and she becomes a mom, and so for a couple years she's living as a wholesome school teacher mom, and then she gets her memory back, and she has to fight all the bad guys, and decide if she's going to be a brutal, hardcore, don't give a F assassin, or if she's going to be a mommy, or maybe something in between. So I have a thing for feisty, strong women, and this book features a girl who has from the beginning of her life all the way up to the end of this book, she has had it hard. So if you have triggers, this is a very dark story. It's brutal, but if you don't mind that, it is a very good, you got brutal assassins and her trying to navigate and find her own freedom. So Archer, Graciela, and this is from Shea Kun. Shea Kun has written a number of books, but this is, I think, her most recent one. And there's going to be a sequel to this one, and then there's also like a spin-off, if I can find it. What is that? The spin-off is kind of a paranormal bear shifter that is like a generation after this story. So good author, good stories. This is Shea Kun, Archer. I'm going to be adding this to the pile of my blind date with a book giveaway, so I'm going to have to wrap it because I have my copy, and then I'm going to feature her as well. This one was a gentleman that was sitting next to me. At the Texas Author Con, there's a lot of horror. I'm trying to say it right. I either say horror, like streetwalker horror, or horror for scary. So there's a lot of scary stories. This is a dime western. This is a western redemption, and this is by, he calls himself Reverend Dare Clouds. Reverend Dare Clouds. I did not read this book, but it's supposed to be a western scary one. So I'm going to add this one to my, these authors sign these for me. So I'm going to add this one to the blind date with a book. I gotta wrap it. This one was intriguing for me because it's a whole series. And this author wrote, they're like little novellas, but it's a whole series of novellas, and the concept behind them is Valhalla, gods, Viking kind of lore. So what happens when the goddess of seduction and love finds herself on the losing end of a romance to a human, no less. So it's that kind of thing. So there's a whole set. And this is by Rory Blue and Rosie Chappell. They're a husband and wife writing team. Isn't that not cool? So I saw this husband and wife in the writing team, and I was like, okay, I gotta get your books. So we have the whole set. And again, if you follow me on the face page, I'm going to add these to the blind dates. And you can sign your friends up, reader friends, and you can possibly win these. If not, go add them to your TBR list. Where You Belong, M.K. Smith and Lori Freeland wrote this one. So I love Lori Freeland. It's just contemporary romance. This is signed by the author. Happy reading, Lori Freeland. That's going into my blind date with a book. It's a small, short read, but it is so sweet. This one here, oh. Okay, this author was really awesome too, and so I got her book. I got one for me, one for you guys. Blind dates. Hey, people, enjoy the book. S.E. Shore. She signed it from the Texas Author Con, and it comes with a bookmark. This is S.E. Shore. And the book is called In an Instant, A Voice Only My Heart Hears. How cool. I believe this was like, this is an intriguing erotic novel about a middle-aged woman named Brandy and her friend group the Nifty Fifties, who often get together to communicate about their love lives. One day, Brandy's ordinary life takes an adventure and a fantastical turn as she is walking along the beach. There, she is drawn to the sea by Triton, the son of the Greek god Poseidon, who whisks her away and leads her on a journey of finding sexual pleasure. So, for the erotic reads, this one's a good one. That one's gonna over here. Okay. This one was really cool. This is by S.L. Dooley. S.L. Dooley. This is a Portal Slayer Path of Deceit. Realm of the Purified. Oh, book one Haunted. This one has a map. S.L. Dooley. You can find her at sldooley.com, SLDOOLEY.com. And she was so cute. She was dressed up like steampunkish, and she was just fun to talk to and chat. And so she has a lot of fantasy books. I'm going to read myself, but this one's going into my blind date with a book so I can feature her. Oh, Dicey. Oh my gosh. I had kind of a girl crush on this Dicey. She was sitting in the table in front of me and she was just so gorgeous. Okay, so anyways, Dicey Grenor is, this one is a Sleepy Willow's Bonded Soul. She signed it for me. I have a copy for myself. And this is a vampire. This is a vampire book. Sexy vampires. So again, Dicey Grenor, DICEYGRENOR. I'm excited to read that. That's going in the blind date with book. Okay, here's another really cool author. This one is the Shifter series, book one, Belonging, and it's by Chantel Renee. She was sitting near me too, so I got to get to know her. They also have a podcast together. If I'm going to have to look it up now that I'm kind of back home and I have the time to do it. Their podcast, I believe, is called Sex and... What is it? Sex and Horror? I gotta double check. I think I have a sticker around here somewhere. But Dicey and Chantel do a podcast. And they interview authors. They talk about all the stuffs. And they write. So it was so cool to get to know them. I'm going to ask them if we can maybe chat on their podcast sometime. I'd love to be able to do that. But this is going into the blind date pile too. Okay, so I had the honor of reading this book too because I was moderating the romance panel at the Texas AuthorCon, and this author was featured on this romance panel. She's also going to be at the Sultry in the City with me. I'll be there too at Sultry in the City in Houston on, I believe it's, the 24th and 25th of this month? It's like in a couple weeks. So this is Ruthless King. He's like the billionaire kind of birdie man. I read this one. It has got Ruthless King and this girl. They kind of find this connection, and then he's kind of hot, cold because he knows a secret she doesn't, and he's trying to protect her, and she's just like, what the hell's your problem, man? But I really liked it, and it's got like the King brothers are introduced in this Ruthless King story, and so he's the first book, and then we got the second book, which is Accidental Savior, and I'm gonna read this, y'all, before I add it to the blind date with the book giveaway. But they are signed, and they're going to be in the blind date featured thing too. Okay, here we go. We got more. Here's another one from Dicey Grenor. Okay, so this one doesn't have monsters. This one's like a group of friends who get together and things escalate and everybody starts getting a little bit frisky. And I love that. I love the friends to lovers groups. So another one from Dicey, a sexy smexy one, that'll be in that one. The Offer. Okay, this one is The Offer by Carmen Norris. She was a cute little author there too, and she had this book out. I think this might be her first book. It's kind of like a crime book. It has a ordinary woman who gets caught up in a crime situation, and she has no choice but to kind of do some shady things, and she's trying to find a way out, and it just escalates and escalates and escalates. So it's a quick read. Give this girl a shot, y'all, because I mean, the cover is awesome. She was cool. The Offer, a novel by Carmen Norris, Carmennorris. Add it to your TBR. That's going into the blind date with the book because I want to feature this new author. Let's see here. Here's another, and maybe they will fall in love. I bought this for my granddaughter, but this one is going into the blind date with the book. Schmib away pile. I'm gonna have to wrap all these up, and I think when I do winners, I'll give them the option to choose between three tropes. They'll be wrapped up. So that'll be the way that goes until I run out of books. Okay, so this was a young adult author. Okay, she wrote this kind of like epic sci-fi fantasy book. This one's called The Hunter Trials. Now I got book 1 and 2 and have already given this to my granddaughter because I couldn't help it, and this one's going into my blind date with the book. This is kind of like a Star Wars meets The Hunger Games kind of story. I guess that would be the best way to put it. And so my granddaughter's loving it so far. I think this takes place on a planet, and there are levels of hierarchy inside the moon or the planet, and they have to fight to get up to a different level to get to the top. And there's bad guys running the whole thing, so there's this underbelly of rebellion trying to happen. So it is really cool. It is called The Red Star and The Hunter Trials by Mary Flint, Maryflint, and she's a sweet young author who has wrote this amazing story. And so if you have preteen, teens, this would be a great gift. If you, my favorite are young adult and spicy romance fantasies. So this is, you know, young adult, and it is a super cool story. So Red Star is the first one. The Hunter Trials by Mary Flint. That's going into the blind date with a book pile. Okay, so this one is another author. It was Fire That Forges. Book Lords of Order and Chaos series, R.J. Hansen. Okay, my son, who's autistic, he has to he's dyslexic too, so he's trying to read now, but mostly he listens to audiobooks. He fell in love with this author at the show and this storyline, so he bought this book. He's actually going to try and read the physical books. I'm so proud of him. So I bought this book to feature this author. I think it has like this Game of Thrones type Renaissance feel to this story. So this is R.J. Hansen, book 1, Lord of Order and Chaos. And he was dressed all cool, like Comic-Con, like he was dressed up as if he was part of the book. So I love that. Seemed like a really cool guy, and my autistic son was digging him. So we got that one. That's going to go into my blind date with a book. Oh, look at here, I got this that's going to go with the blind date Archer. I think that mixed up. Here's another one. This is a school teacher that wrote this book. It's a gamer book. So, in his words, I'm not getting this quite right. I think it was Player One meets Jumanji and some other kind of adventure. It's a pretty pretty thick adventure. This is a gamer story. The Primeval Maze, and it's by Seth Overton. He fought tooth and nail to escape his virtual prison. Now he has no choice but to go back. So there is a book 1 prequel to this. This is book 2. I'm adding this to the blind date with a book because I want to feature this author. He does have, like, he's on TikTok, he's on the Face, and he does have a Amazon link up right now, like a wish list of school supplies for his classroom. So wink wink, if you guys want to look up Seth Overton and have the means, you can check on, I know I saw it on his Facebook page. He says he's not asking, but if you have it in your heart, he is looking for school supplies for his classroom, and his wish list is up there. So advocate for them teachers, and this book is pretty cool. It would be a good gift for a reader who loves to game. Seth Overton, Sethoverton, Seth Overton. That's going into the blind date with a book. Okay, this guy is an artist. He does realism, creepy art, and it's awesome. He's also a, try again, horror writer, author. I like scary movies, but I have to watch them in doses because they really scare me. My daughter loves scary movies, and so she likes this kind of stuff too. Dan Henk, Henk, Down Highways in the Dark by Demons Driven. So I think he actually made the art for this, and he signed it, and it says "See you in hell." So if you guys want a scary one, this is a good one to go to. That's going into my blind date with a book. This one, okay, I had to buy this one because this is a husband and wife who are retired from the military. They spent so many years in the military overseas, and they write together now. And so they have written a kind of military, assassin, espionage. I think they're kind of like spies, so spy team. So if you like Mission Impossible, that kind of thing, this is the book for you. This is by Ian Griffin, Rick, and Katja, The Birth of the Spy Couple. So they were a really fun couple to get to know, and I decided I wanted to feature them in my blind dates too. So you guys, I have got some blind dates books to wrap up. Now this one here is a new author. This is called The Music Man. This is a fantasy novel. It's about an epic adventure where a young boy named Jimmy meets someone extraordinary, Cornelius. And I believe that this is a portal fantasy adventure with music. I think the music takes you to a portal, but it's a quick little read, new author, and this is by Muniani Wright. So Monyani, and then Wright, Write. I think that's her pseudonym. Book 1. So that is going into my blind date. That's signed too. And of course I had to feature Miss Rose Garcia in my blind date. Hers comes with stickers and swags. And they're signed. This is the Fae Fantasy Portal Adventure featuring Hispanics, and that was important to her, so as lead characters. This girl here, she writes horror and all kinds of other things. she's a young author, and she has pushed out some books, y'all. But I don't think she's got some anxieties, and I don't think she has a lot of following. So I'd like to get her known a little bit more. She deserves some readers. So let's see here. We got The Council. This is book 1, The Witch's Ambition, and this is by Kayla Krantz. So Kayla, and then Krantz. And she is a sweet, quiet, brilliant writer. This is a series. This is book 1 of a series, so I'm adding this to my Blind Date with a Book to feature her. Go add her to your TBR and give her a shot too. She's a good author, and I don't think it was very easy for her to be around all them people at the book signing, but she did it, and she did it with grace, and I'm so proud of her. And I think she has got a lot of books that are pretty intriguing, and I want to read them, and I hope you want to read them too. So Kayla Krantz, Krantz. So I think she might have one kind of romancy one, but most of these are fantasy stories, scary stories. So they're cool. This one's The Witch's Ambition. That's going into my pile, y'all. This author is a older lady. She is so sweet and fun. She has a series, a Sherlock Holmes story. Okay, so she even had like the cutout of Sherlock Holmes and some props you could take pictures with. She's so fun, and she has got this beautiful story. This one is the first, I believe, I got from her. The Adventure from Murdered Midwife, the early case files of Sherlock Holmes, case 1. And this is Lee Sherwood Fabry, award-winning author, a classic in the making. So it's Liese and then Sherwood. It's the author. Sherlock Holmes mystery. That is going into the Blind Date with a Book pile as well. And I hope you guys really love this story, because a lot of people were into the Sherlock Holmes series, and it is a good read. So there we have it. That's the haul I have for now from the Texas AuthorCon. Look at that. Look at that. Oh, no. I got one more. I'm reading this one. Okay, so this, I made fast friends with this author's wife. Andrew Alessano. Okay, this is the Leaving. It is an alien scary horror book. He also makes these really cool toys. They're like, how would I describe those toys? They kind of remind me of Garbage Pail Kids. They're like monster toys, you know, and I want to get the little Wolfie because it goes with my, it's called the Howler. The wolf goes with my theme and my story, so I wanted it as a little prop. And then my son's name is Frankie, so I wanted his Frankenstein. You guys have to check out his link just to see those little figurines. They're so stinking cute that he designs. Also, I'm reading this next. It's on my next TBR, and I'm adding this to the Blind Date with a Book. I'm trying to see. I know I have his card somewhere, so I can tell you how to find his. Oh, here it is. Here we go. Guy Munstermaker, Creatureporium. So if you go to Creatureporium, here's a little thing. It's a scan, but like you can kind of see his little things that he makes. Isn't that stinking cute? Little Frankenstein. I get my son Frankenstein stuff all the time because he's Frankie. So GUY space MC Monster Makers Creatureporium. So you could probably look him up that way. Plus he's also author Andrew Andrew And I love his wife Ashley, so it was really cool. So this is going into the Blind Date with a Book giveaway, smiveaway thing that I do on Facebook. That's the haul I got. There we go. So I gotta wrap all that up. And then I also got the books from the kind authors that donated to Emerson. And so life is good in the book world. Let me see, is this a book? Oh no, I already opened that one. So anyways, I've got to get busy preparing some goodie bags for my next author signing. So I will be at Sultry in the City in Houston, Texas, if you're in that area. Links are in my link tree. Also, you can follow me on my face page. And what else am I doing here? I have an Etsy store with some bookish swaggy stuff. Message me if you have any questions yourself. I also do author interviews. Sometimes I will paint and sip of painting and talk author stuff. It's fun to do with some authors. So authors, readers, thank you so much for your time. All these amazing authors, I'm going to try and feature one at a time so that you don't get confuzzled with all the names. But today was fun just to kind of go through my book haul. And bless you all. Thank you for joining me. And I will talk to you guys soon. Bye for now.